I am honored to stand before you this afternoon, burdened by the expectations placed on my principal and I, and more tellingly, by our quest to make history. We are brought together by a chorus of ideas. But what sets us apart from other political groups in this country is our collective realization that the future of this country rests on the choice of a unifying leader who panders neither to ethnic nor religious agenda. A leader who is not bound by any toxic regional solidarity and yet known for outstanding leadership. When you look around this country, the choice naturally falls on only one person, Ashwaju. So much has been said about this political enigma, but largely by quacks with a poor sense of history. Your Excellencies, Right Honorable Speakers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the road that took us to Ashwaju did not happen by chance. This is a man with a precious pension for sacrificing his own comfort for the enthronement of democracy in this country. Yes, sir. When we were harvesting death and destruction, when uncertainty loomed across the nation, he sacrificed his resources to see to the birth of the current political dispensation in this country. Many of our patriots who went into exile, he provided them with sanctuaries and support. This is why our younger compatriots must be in the know. He was the backbone of the opposition. When he provided a political alternative to the Nigerian nation, when he was fiercely antagonized and ostracized by the then ruling party, the PDP. He became and remained a veritable, dependable, reliable sanctuary for victims of political witch hunts. When the wily old general from Otta brought John his other AC colleagues from the southwest, he had the guts, the grit, the wisdom, the perseverance, and the foresight. He stood his ground. And at the end of the day, he was the lone man standing. From his lonely redoubt in Lagos, he commenced the process of the delegitimization and demobilization of the PDP rigging machines in the southwest. He retrieved successfully through the judicial process of the stolen mandates of my brother, my friend John Kayode Payemi in Ekiti, of Rao Arekbeshula in Ocean, of Comrade Adams Aliu Oshomole in Edo, of Tunde Mimiko in Ondo. And by 2011, he had largely succeeded in purifying the southwest of the putrid smell of the PDP. That commenced the process that eventually led to the formation of the APC, and the rest is history. When his other colleagues were trading their principles for a space at the table in Abuja, and in the process throwing their allies under the bus, like the Rock of Gibraltar, he stood firm. He stood for justice, equity, and fairness. Ashwaju's choices and endorsements of Northerners for the presidency of this country, while others were masterminding ethno-regional solidarity and fueling socio-cultural affinities, clearly affirmed his pan-Nigerian profile. When former Vice President Atiku Abubakar was harassed, intimidated, dehumanized, and chased out of the PDP, it was Obodilon he ran to. It was Tinubu that provided him with a sanctuary and a platform to contest for the presidency of Nigeria in the 2007 presidential election. 4 years later, another victim of political witch hunt, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, was provided the platform to contest for the presidency of this country under the AC. In 2014, I dare to tell us, my northern brothers here, those of us that were in Lagos can testify to the fact that without the bloc support generated by Ashwaji from the southwest, President Muhammadu Buhari wouldn't have emerged as the presidential candidate. He supported northern Nigerians for the presidency of this country in 4 electoral cycles. While others see divisions to exploit, he sees opportunities for collaboration and nation building. Wow. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, there is no weight I carry greater than the burden of trust. The economy is teetering towards recession. The world has moved from the agricultural age to the industrial age. We have moved from the industrial age to the knowledge-driven post-industrial age. People are now talking of big data, of artificial intelligence, of nanotechnology, of biotechnology. Who among the presidential candidates we have here in this country that have the skill sets, the intellect, the capacity to move this nation greater than Ashwaji Bola? Will not fed, as I have repeatedly said, on insults. The conversations we are prepared are not for mundane obsessions and little issues, but real conversations of comparison of ideas and track records. And who has better track record than Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu? When he became the governor of Lagos in 1999, Lagos was a huge super slum. The fear of Lagos was the beginning of wisdom. Many a northerner here skipped going to the Lagos Law School fundamentally because of the fear of Lagos. When you are coming into Lagos at Onibongo, at Maryland Junction, there is a statue of a man saying, "This is Lagos." You are never welcome to Lagos. uncovered along the streets of Lagos. It was a den of the criminals and the underworld. People were petrified of going to Lagos. People will deploy prayer warriors, will recite Ayatul Kursi, everything that you know before you step into Lagos. Due to the quality of his leadership, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Lagos, I was corrected. I was saying Lagos is the third largest. No, Lagos is the fifth largest economy in Africa and is projected to be the third largest economy by the end of the decade. Lagos is now the most peaceful, I dare say, the most peaceful city-state in Nigeria. People from the West African coast now come on holidays to Lagos. The Atlantic City is a product of the ideas of this gentleman. This is a gentleman with a large heart. The Minister for Coastal Infrastructure in Lagos, Kabir Abdullahi, is a northerner from Katsina State, Commissioner, Honorable Commissioner for Coastal Infrastructure. One of the commissioners in Lagos is an Orobo man from Delta State. One of the special advisors is an Igbo man. He has the largeness of heart to embrace Nigerians from all backgrounds into his team. James Abiodun Paleke, the Chairman, House Committee on Finance, and the member representing Ikeja Federal Constituency, the state capital, is a bloody northerner from the Okun part of Kogi State. Lai Mohammed was once Ashwaju's chief of staff in Lagos. He's from Kwara State. A bloody northerner. Raub Aregbesola was once the powerful commissioner, Ministry of Works and Transport. He's from Oshun. Our vice president, who was for 8 years the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice in Lagos State, is an indigene of Ikene from Ogun State. That goes to show the largeness of his heart. The Commissioner for Budget and Planning was an Igbo man. So we need to build a new Nigeria. We need to build a new nation. And the future of this country rests on the quality of leaders we choose. Anyone who plays to sentiment will have a very heavy to cry, because posterity will judge us harshly if we miss this opportunity of choosing this selfless leader to give us the quality of leadership that this country needs. I have enormous respect for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He's an elder statesman. I will not insult him. But the ability to sell bottled water in a saturated market doesn't make one an expert in economics. If you give me the platform, I will talk from now till eternity. But I want to thank the super speaker of the Kaduna State House of Assembly and his own team for showing support to our leader, to our ticket. As Martin Luther King said, the ultimate measure of a man is not why he stands at times of comfort and convenience, but why he stands at times of controversy and challenges. This is a man who has sacrificed his resources for the enthronement of the incoming administration in this country. To other speakers and honorable members of the Houses of Assembly from the 19 northern states, I say a very big thank you on behalf of my principal. You have shown courage, you have shown leadership, you have shown commitment. Nobody, not the leader, not my humble self, not Governor Bakola Law, not Governor Badoro, nobody contributed a dime. I believe that posterity will be very kind to all of you. Thank you so much. And may God crown our efforts with